again. You know, it's one of those things where you go through the rehab process. This is the first time for me really kind of going through it. It's just really tough because, like, you kind of come here and you're like, all right, now I'm a baseball player again. You're doing the normal things. You're taking BP. You're with the team. So it's honestly really fun for me to kind of just be myself again.
And when you get out in the outfield, that's going to be the real test, right?
Yeah, so I played one game in Dunedin on Sunday. So just, again, like, just being my normal self out there will be really fun.
What'd you think of just the at-bats today? You're just trying to, you know, feel good at the plate, I know. And you had one with the bases loaded, but what would you think in general?
Overall, I thought, like, obviously it's just kind of getting comfortable again, seeing pitching every day, so I'm not really too worried about it. But the last swing was a really good indicator. Okay, I trusted my process and, like, got a pitch that I could do something with. And lefty made really good pitches on me tonight. So just one of those things where you just shake it off, move on to tomorrow.
You were swinging the bat so well during spring training. How hard was it for you to kind of take a step back and not head north and just kind of continue rehabbing?
Yeah, it was tough for me for a couple days. Just kind of really reflected of understanding what I need to do and kind of continue to improve my process. And obviously being down there of just kind of getting my arm ready was probably the best thing for me. Obviously it was frustrating, but, you know, it's just kind of the decision that they made. And now I'm able to be back probably a little bit quicker than probably what I would have been if I was there.
How difficult was it mentally just in the winter, you know, trying to be ready for the season but not knowing exactly how it was going to go?
Yeah, so I was kind of going back and forth. So I was going to Florida and then going back home. So every 3 weeks it was kind of a checkup to be down there. So I was there in Florida full time in January, and so obviously I had more of my baseball process kind of starting a little bit later. So just understanding that and going through it, it's tough. Just don't wish anybody kind of that injury because it takes a while, and just being able to move your shoulder correctly is probably the toughest thing, because, like, once you get over one hurdle, there's always, like, a blockage right after it. And so once you're able to kind of get over those and kind of get through some of, like, the issues of the pain and, like, discomforts, and you kind of be able to get through those, you just get through that process, and it's just tough. But being able to get through it and where I'm at now, I'm really happy.
In that context, with that going from first to third tonight, does that test it in some way?
Not really. Running's not a really big issue. Kind of early on issues was, like, just feeling comfortable of, like, getting my arm action back and, like, understanding, okay, swinging, like, what did that feel like? So obviously once I was able to get over those hurdles in spring, like, I'm basically kind of the same now.
So swinging and throwing were the two main cruxes, but running still was comfortable?
Running was still perfectly fine.
Okay.
Other big one was obviously kind of going into the wall, but kind of got over that. That was more of a mental hurdle than it really was a physical hurdle. But obviously getting through that and working on that, totally fine.
Hey, Dalton, what was your reaction to the news that Vladdy had worked out his extension?
It was awesome. I mean, obviously he wanted to be in Toronto for a long time, and so I thought it was really good for him and good for the team to be able to kind of get through that and just know that he's going to be a Blue Jay for the rest of his life.
And what do you think just in general of spring training, just the approach guys took? And it seemed like the word that filtered out of it was they were really, you know, focused on what they needed to do this year, and really the togetherness was getting there.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I mean, you watch us play. Like, I've been watching a lot of the games, and we've been taking really good at bats. Like, obviously, yeah, we haven't got runners to score, but obviously you look at the bats. We're putting the ball in play with hard contact, and there's really not much more you can ask for. I mean, a lot of people are yelling about the homers, but those are going to come.
Right.
I mean, you look at the top part of our lineup, not many of them have really taken off yet, but it's going to happen here pretty soon, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, did you